stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Actually, I'm going to put this in a couple of places. Good afternoon, everybody. I've got a very happy cat right now, as you can see. Yes. Hi, Ronan. That's the thing about cats. They don't care what you think. They're going to get what they want, right? Dude, nobody wants to see that. Should have a little black mark that just follows his butthole around. Oh, hi, Michelle. It's been a better couple weeks, though, hasn't it? So, oh, the thing is I enjoy this program and I enjoy life. Okay, not always, but I did it a certain way. Okay, and it's the same way that millions of alcoholics before me did. And I'm certainly not saying that we don't need other things. I'm certainly not saying that you shouldn't see a therapist, get your primary care physician involved. But there's a right time to do these things. There's a right time to do them. Okay. So before I blow all my good stuff, we'll wait to hit that 3-minute mark. Been cleaning today, getting that spring cleaning feeling. Oh, huge. I just love it when you're like this. It makes you so happy. It always gives me chills. Oh, I love you too. It's because I opened the windows. Oh, come for the kitty cats. Stay for the talking, right? All right, dude. Okay, we're getting to that 3-minute mark, so we kind of got to get started here. Okay. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. I'm going to be your host. Been a while since I brought this up. If you ever want to co-host, if you ever, dude, that's enough. If you ever want to co-host, if you have a topic, and Michelle, I haven't forgotten about your topic. Actually, that was somebody else's topic about donation stuff, which I'm still looking into. So, but if let's say you got something you want to say, man, just tell me. I'll bring you on with me. It's not. Well, I want to say it's not as overwhelming as it seems, but I can't tell you how you're going to feel. So I'd be happy to support you if you got things that you want to say. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. The Daily Trudge is about getting us to think. I bring up different topics. Sometimes I need answers, and I come here to talk with you all to get the right answers. And this is probably one of those, right? So the first time I got sober, if you can do this with a cattail in your ear, you got it. Okay. But that's the thing is when it comes to these, what happens is our perfect mind comes in. We think it needs to be perfect, but my hair's a freaking man. I didn't even bother trying to do anything with it. I've been all sweaty. Who cares? Who cares? Right? But it says in the big book that what we have is a spiritual malady. Okay? When I came into this room, I had a spiritual malady. But the thing is, I always thought that I had to take care of other things first. And I found that was nonsense. Nope. I don't care what position you're in, okay? You can get sober. You can get off the hooch. Whether you're living at mom's, whether you're living on the street, maybe you live with your wife and kids or with your husband and kids, right? But when we get in the program, people start to clamor for this or that, okay? And I get it. You're trying to fill that hole in your tummy. And this is where recovery coaching and therapy might be dangerous. Not so much therapy, but recovery coaching might be. Thing I don't like about recovery coaching is it's gotten too clinical, and most people that are recovery coaches haven't done the work. They have not completed the work. They're not recovered alcoholics. Okay, they don't really believe in AA. I mean, they do. They'll support it, but they won't take you down that path. And what happens is these people, and they should help. You know, I think it's great, but we do things in a certain order. God first. God first. We have a spiritual malady, and when we take care of the spiritual malady first, it works. How do we know this? Because millions of alcoholics have done it. That's how we know. And I can rely on that. I can rely on that. Don't you already do that? Okay. When you buy something, do you look at reviews? Sure you do. I do. Sometimes. I look for the stars. Stars. Sorry. Resident Evil habit. I play horror games. I love ghosts. There's something about it. I don't know. I've always been fascinated with paranormal. Anyway, I even listen to horror. I listen to paranormal when I go to bed. So, anyway, I know half of it's bullshit, but you know, I enjoy the stories. I don't know what it is. So the first thing, recovery, it's simple. It is so simple that I can't do it alone because my mind will try to intellectualize it. Okay. Okay. I gotten sober, but what I need to do is I need to go get my driver's license back. I need to get a job. I need to know what you need to do is go to a meeting. You haven't been working in 5 years. I'm going to tell you something. It's changed. It's changed. The working world has changed. I don't understand it anymore. All these fucking hoops. Hey, you got to get every shot in the world, but we're not going to drug test you. That was detox. I didn't get drug tested for detox. Thought that was odd. Then I found out why. Okay. And what this kind of is, because I like to be transparent, is, you know, I get tired of hearing people bash on AA. I get tired of people saying what AA is, even though they don't go, and things like that. Okay. Now AA as a whole, we don't care. But me as a person, an individual, I do kind of care. And the reason that I care is when somebody comes along and says, I'll help you get your driver's license. I'm going to pull you out of AA, and now I'm going to use your Medicaid to get you well. I find something wrong with that. Okay. If I find you recovery coaches or peer support specialists dunking into our AA meetings to look for clients, you will find the door very, very quickly because you are not a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. I have a desire to stop drinking. Bullshit. I can call bullshit too. No, your intention here is something different. Okay. When somebody new comes in, do you know how easily manipulated they are? Especially young women. Especially young women. Easily manipulated. Okay. You give me a young lady that's getting sober and show her shiny knight in armor, and that person's probably gonna be gone if somebody does not interfere. See, when we say things like no major changes in the first year, there's very good reasons for that, and that includes a darn relationship. Okay. You people with time that are picking up on these 13th stepping, no. Okay. No relationships for a year. Why? Because you don't know how to have one. Because you have to work on your spiritual malady first. Okay. This is how it works. Simple. And it's not going to cost you a thing unless you need to go to detox. Okay. 1, 90 meetings in 90 days. Go to meetings. Okay. It may not be AA. That's okay. There's smart recovery. There's celebrate recovery. There's well-briety. Okay. Those are the 4 I go for because I know that they work. How do I know these work? Because they're 12-step based. 12-step based is the best way. It is the number one way. There are more A groups than anything else in this whole freaking world, man. Okay? AA was a phenomenon, and you cannot recreate it. And when we try and recreate it, what we're saying is, I want to be the next Bill W. Look how high I can jump. Do you really want to? See, we've been reading some of the stories that Bill went through. Would you really want to be alone, suffering for 6 months by yourself doing this with no one, no big book, no meetings? We got it easy. We got it easy, man. Compared to now I can go to a meeting whenever I want. Whenever I want because of Zoom, because of the internet. Okay? People are, oh, no, it says in the foreword of the 4th edition that we do it over the internet too. Yes, it is perfectly legitimate. Besides, how are you going to stop thousands of people from recovering out loud? There's no AA police. Okay? We do have lawyers on retainer. Sure we do. So because you think people don't try and sue AA? It happens. People try, but it doesn't work. Okay. So when we come in, we work on our spiritual malady first. So 90 meetings in 90 days. You get a sponsor. Then you go through the first 164 pages. You do the 12 steps. You want to know why? Because these 12 steps are going to clear up about 90% of your problems, 95. For some of us, it will clear them all up. There's some of us that walk away with no anxiety, no depression, and that's good. That's awesome stuff. Not all of us. Okay. That's okay too. We all have our paths. Okay. But we're going to use the same thing. That's why we repeat. Rarely have we seen a person fail who's thoroughly followed our path. Rarely have we seen a person fail. I thoroughly followed the path. I'm here. I'm here. I'm free. I get to do what I want. Right? I won't even take a job where other people tell me what to do in this because it just doesn't work. Okay? What happens next once you complete the 12 steps? Well, you take on a sponsee. Now's the time for a recovery coach. Now's the time to go get your driver's license back. Now's the time to go back to school. Because you're worth that now. This is the hard part. You have to become worth something. Okay? Even if that's just your experience, strength, and hope, that is worth something. Your experience, strength, and hope can save another life. Just with this. See, when money is exchanged, this is what happens. Expectations. Yep. If I give you my Medicaid number, I am going to require assistance, and it's going to be on my time. You see how this already? See, when we first get in here, we think we need to demand this and demand that. Okay. You lost your license for a very good reason. Okay. Driving your driver's license is not a right. It is a privilege. You have a right to vote. Okay. You have a right to bear arms, but you don't have a right for your driver's license. That's not how that works. Leaving the country is not a right. It is a privilege. Okay. Odd. So, are there different multiple pathways to recover? There are, but there's not a bunch of them. 98% of what I see is just people trying to rewrite the wheel or reinvent the wheel. We don't need to do that. We already have it. We already have the answer. Okay. Now, I understand that we always find out more. I found out a lot, we progress as people and we find out more about ourselves and things like that. Okay. But alcoholism is still the same disease. It has not changed into anything else in the last 87 years. No. What has happened is the denial has gotten more deep rooted. Okay. See, the funny thing is we all agree on one thing, peer to peer. When you start to make that too clinical, this is what happens. I now know more than you. I am now at a higher level than you, and I will act that way. Well, I'm sorry, we alcoholics don't do that. We're not good at it. My clients, I just love hearing recovering alcoholics say, my clients. You have clients. You're a recovery coach. Okay. Those are your students. Okay. Do you want to be a leader or a teacher? They're pretty much the same thing. If you want to lead, you have to teach. And the best way to learn is to teach. That's why I learn a lot, because I'm constantly teaching. I'll pull out stuff that we just don't usually read, and we'll cover it. Right. So, I think it's great that we're trying other ways and things like that. I'll tell you that they're probably listed in there, and they'll tell you exactly why it didn't work for them. Oh yeah, we read that, but that was then. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. Okay. Go read page 21. It fits. It fits. I'm in that book. I'm all the way through it. Dion is listed in that book. Every page that I read, there's something about it with me. Okay. So here's the thing. AA wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. It was given. It was the grace of God put on Bill W. in the beginning, and then he relinquished control to everybody else. Okay? So there's an order. There is an order in which we do this. Okay? And therapy, if you're already in therapy, then stay there. Okay? But you're going to find that step 4 and 5 is going to relieve a lot of your problems if you do it fearless and thorough. Okay? There are requirements to all these things. We call them suggestions in the big book. Just change those suggestions to requirements. I did not take it as a suggestion. No. We do that so that the alcoholic feels better. See, it's the alcoholic that needs to decide that he's an alcoholic, that he or she is an alcoholic. Nobody else can do that. Okay. That's the difference between alcoholism and a lot of different stuff. Somebody has cancer, you just have cancer. You can't deny cancer. You have cancer. But with alcoholism, crazy. It's good. Insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Okay. And I know why a lot of these people want to reinvent the wheel. I know why. I get it. It is scary turning your entire life and will over the care of God. It's scary. At first. Now it's just natural for me. Yeah, I no longer fear it. I've been through it too many times. Have I fallen on my face? Sure. Did I learn something? Yeah. Did I find out I'm the one that did that? Yep. Hey, God never steers me wrong. And that's why I need that. Okay. I am prey to all these other things. Not alcohol isn't my problem. This is. This is. If I don't rewire this with some humility and willingness, then what I'm going to get is two-stepping. Okay. Hi, Amber. I was just getting ready to wrap up. I can do a reflection. Let's pull out Al-Anon. Let's pull out Al-Anon daily reflection. They're mean. We're getting Al-Anon. I'm so happy that Al-Anon reached out to us. I feel accomplished because they found us. They saw our flyer. Sorry, I'm meditating. No, you're not. You're getting are you still getting a tattoo right now? All right. February 25th. Alcoholism in a family tends to promote neglect of self. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, booyah, it's your brain. And that's the good news, isn't it? That's good news. I can do something about that. See, the alcohol I could do nothing about, but this I can. And it's that decision that I'm talking about. And a lot of people wake up and they don't make that decision. What they do is the next right thing. I just do the next right thing. Shut up. No, you don't. If you have to announce that, you probably don't. It's kind of like when people say, well, to be honest, okay. Consequently, I never learned how to take care of myself when I didn't feel well. Even with a high fever, I went about my business just as I would any other day. Anything else seems self-indulgent and weak. I go through this with my wife. She was just sick. I had to make her rest. Like, no, stop. Go lay down. It's her mother instinct. So I went and got the stuff done. And we started on laundry today before she did. She went to an interview, so I'm taking care of things. But just look what we put these people through. In Al-Anon, I've had a chance to discover a different way to take care of myself. I'm so glad that I sobered up so my wife could. I'm so glad that I sobered up so that I didn't have to keep consuming my wife's time with childish behavior. I'm grateful for that. I am. Because then she gets to do more. She gets to live life, and she deserves that. My wife has done so much in this life. You want to hear something neat? She was, of course, everything just, she was a foster, she was a foster mom for a little while. And she had one kid, his name was Dion, spelled the same way and stuff. Just kind of cool stuff that happened in our lives. There's always been no matter where I lived, we were always like missing each other by like 5 minutes and stuff. She's like, I would walk into Circle K and I would smell you. And she was right, because I'd go into that Circle K. My brother worked there. Weird. Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah. There, And I say that's the best gift I ever gave my mom, my wife, my children, my favorite auntie. They don't have to worry about me. They can go to bed at night and not worry that they're going to get that 3 a.m. phone call, because that's when that shit happens. That's when that stuff happens. I see others giving themselves extra attention when they are sick. They rest and when they feel tired. They sometimes take the day off. They eat balanced diets. They see doctors when it seems appropriate. By following the examples of other Al Anon members, I'm learning to accept that I can't always feel on top of the world and to respond more lovingly. It's just one more area where I'm letting go of my unrealistic expectations. Maybe illness is something my higher power uses to tell me to be good to myself. I've noticed that. So I'd be chugging along, I got too much on my plate. I got too much on my plate. Bam, you can't drive. I just watched it happen a month ago with my pastor. You know, all of a sudden she can't drive for 90 days. Today's reminder, I'm not a robot. I am not a robot. Do the steps, dumbass. I will be your sponsor. Sometimes I get sick or tired or preoccupied. I will make an effort to learn what I can do to help myself feel better. It is crucial to be diligent about taking care of ourselves, especially during stressful periods in all our affairs. Yeah. One of the things I do is like, babe, just go get your nails done. No, we can't afford it. I don't give a fuck. We can't afford it. Go do it. We can afford it. I'll figure out something. Yeah. All right. Thank you all for being here. Now that I'm wound down, I don't want to clean anymore, but I'm going to get something done. So, probably at the 3 o'clock meeting. A great day. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's good to see you, Michelle, Amber. I love you guys. Gals. People. His, her, they, them. I don't know. I'm so lost with this new generation. I just don't even try. Like, I'll be going through Facebook. They're like, this person is fighting with this person. Who are these people? I've never even heard of them. So-and-so is pissed at him. And I don't know who these people are. Is that what happens when you get old? You just lose touch with everything. All right. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Peace out. And have a day.